more biased against, men or women?
Women, because of the patriarchy. It's something that we kind of need.
There's a million women's shelters. Where are the men's shelters? But we talk about women's rights, but we never hear about men's rights. I think you're trying to make women into men, and we're not men.
No, we're not men. We're better than men.
Then why don't we see women on oil rigs? Why don't we see women on the construction?
What kind of dumb question, dumb answer is that?
What's stopping us?
Men!
I want to know, what is standing in our way?
Like, people with mindsets like you that women are too emotional, women can't do the same jobs as men, and saying like women should be able to.
What is stopping you from going and starting a business? I started a business.
What's stopping me right now?
Yeah.
Like, me personally?
What's stopping you?
The fact that I'm 19 and broke.
Okay, but what would be different than a man that's 19 and broke?
Right now, probably that he has more opportunity, just because he's a man.
How does he have more opportunity when there's quotas and grants specifically for you because you're a woman?
Yeah, but that still doesn't stop bias. There's still bias. Employers still have bias either way.
Okay. Who are they more biased against, men or women?
Women.
I would argue men. And I would argue that because they're giving special treatment to women by having quotas and special grants.
Women, like, I don't want to say need, but like, because of the patriarchy, it's something that we kind of need, because of the patriarchy that's happened for over hundreds of years.
Where are the men's homeless shelters? The men are the majority in prison. Men commit the majority of suicide. What patriarchy?
Just bringing in those facts doesn't diminish the fact that there is a patriarchy. Like, all those things are true, yes. Like, there's more male suicide because men don't talk, like, some men don't talk about their issues. Nah, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's about women. It's not about race right now. But just because men have these issues doesn't mean women don't also have issues.
I'm not saying women don't have issues, but we talk about women's rights, but we never hear about men's rights. And there's many rights that men don't have. They're the majority of the prison population. They're the majority of the suicides. But men are the majority of the men sleeping on the streets. Women don't sleep on the streets like that. That's a man.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I don't think just because of that, women shouldn't have the right to vote.
Right, but so what I'm addressing now is you said that there's this patriarchy holding us back, and I don't believe that. Because I would need you to tell me what's holding us back and a problem that we really have that men don't have.
The point of view that you hold, that women are too emotional, women can't do the same jobs as men, that is the point of view that is holding women back.
Okay. Are women more emotional than men?
Well, yeah, that's a fact, but it doesn't stop us. It doesn't stop us.
So what I'm saying is true.
But yeah, because we have, like, it's a biological fact that we have hormonal imbalances.
If you had a life sentence, right, you were about to be sentenced to prison, do you want to judge on her period?
No, I don't think that like, being on your period would affect your job in that way.
Does being on your period affect you at all?
Does it affect me? It affects me physically. Emotionally, I can step back, take a look, and be like, it was never that deep.
And the men that you've dated or been around would agree that you act exactly the same on and off your period. They can't tell any difference.
I would agree, yeah. I mean, I don't talk to them, so I can't ask them.
Why the fuck you lying? Why?
And you can step away from your, like, getting too emotional about it because you're professional, and it's something that you've dealt with.
And I think they should, but I don't think most can or do. I think you're trying to make women into men, and we're not men.
No, we're not men. We're better than men.
Huh?
But see that's misandry right there. It's funny because if men said that about women, there would be a lot of backlash. But you can openly say that about men in this mean patriarchy.
Yeah, because I can say that about men, because men at the moment, men are at the top. So
what are women better than men at?
A lot of things.
Like what?
Like what?
There's the female Elon Musk and Bill Gates, if we're better at
I just told you that women have been stopped by the glass ceiling to be able to get to that stage, because I'm sure there's women smart enough have enough money to get to that point. But men take credit for work that isn't theirs. Like,
So I would disagree with you because there was female business owners and property owners 400 or 500 years ago. Like all the stuff you're saying, there's a female millionaire in the 1800s.
okay, but you were bringing up Bill Gates and Elon Musk. They, like, I'm sure there are definitely women smart enough, but men taking credit.
I'll tell you the rich women in the world. I've studied this stuff actually. So Kim Kardashian, is she as smart as Elon Musk? That's the female billionaire.
You don't know.
A woman that sold a sex tape.
Okay, just because she sold her body or whatever, that doesn't mean she's smart or dumb. Realistically, that sex tape got her famous.
Do we respect
money moves
do
there?
we respect people that take the easy way or the hard way?
So you think selling your body is the easy way?
Yeah, I would say it's harder than doing it.
You think it's the easy way?
Selling your body is
A lot of sex workers have been pushed into being a sex worker because of biases.
I would argue it's because they're lazy and don't want to work at McDonald's.
Got him! Got him!
Have you worked at McDonald's?
No.
Exactly. So if you haven't worked at McDonald's,
Well, I've worked in sales before, and I worked in copier sales, and women were too lazy to do it. They would quit. The men would stick it out, and the women would just quit.
I don't think women are lazy at all. I think women work a lot harder to beat the patriarchy, to break through the glass ceiling, and to start earning the same.
Then why don't we see women on oil rigs? Why don't we see women on the construction site?
Probably because men are hiring these people to work on these things, and probably think women aren't strong enough, aren't able, bodily able. Would you work on an oil rig?
No, because I'm a woman.
What kind of dumb question is dumb answer is that?
I mean, do you want to work on an oil rig?
I would do it. I don't have an issue with it. I do.
Then why don't you?
Why don't I? Because I'm in university.
Okay, right, which is easier than working on an oil rig. You see a lot of men skipping university and going into the trades right now.
I wouldn't say it's easier. I would just say that that's where my path has taken me.
Right, and women typically pick the easy path.
I don't believe that at all. If you think if you think women should, that's a lot of our rights being taken away. Is it not?
No, because women have always had power in society, even before they had the right to vote. I think if we want the right to vote, we should do equal work. So pay the majority of the taxes, do equally the hard jobs, and women want all the freedom, but none of the responsibility that comes with it. We live life on easy mode, so we just want to keep living.
I don't think that's true. I think women struggle just as much as men do.
So you think a secretary is struggling just as much as a coal miner? You think those are equal struggles?
But a secretary could be a man and a coal miner could also be a woman. Like they're both.
Women are the majority of secretaries, men are the majority of coal miners. And I could do 10 different examples that are really similar.
Okay.
Plumber, electrician, construction worker, garbage men, all men. Women's on top, it's like teaching, it's assistants, HR, admin. Those are the female-dominated fields. So if women really could do the hard jobs, I just would like to see them do it.
It's just a matter of having choices where they just don't want to.
Okay, do we have more choice now or less choice than 100 years ago?
More choice.
Okay,
because we got the right to vote.
Okay. So then why don't we see women rushing into these fields since we've been able to do them for 100 years?
Because we have the choice, the freedom to choose what we want to do.
What do we choose?
We choose whatever we want to choose.
The easy route.
It's not necessarily the easy route. It's just like.
Are we really going to argue a coal miner and an assistant are equally easy?
No, they're not. I think they're obviously being a coal miner is harder. But like we have the choice because we are women and because we got the right to vote. But taking that away doesn't mean if you take away the right to vote, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to go into those hard working jobs.
I don't think we will. I think so 45% of men have infrastructure jobs. That means they drive the trucks, they build the buildings, they pave the roads, they security here, they do all of the infrastructure hard jobs, right? Only 5% of women, 6% of women do the hard jobs and the infrastructure jobs. And let's be honest, female police officers are like 2%. And a female police officer isn't really going to help you.
But I think that's, I personally, I think that's a lot to do with a lot of men like hiring all these doing the hiring process, not thinking women are bodily able to do all of this stuff. And you say about these quotas and these grants, it doesn't stop biases. There's still going to be biases. There's still, at the end of the day, there's still men. It's still most likely men hiring all the workers. So they're more likely to hire who they think will be bodily.
Have you ever had a dream that you
able, but women are able.
And I disagree with you. I disagree with you if, no, we don't. It's like 98%, 99% men on the coal miners, plumbers, electricians, all those jobs, 90+% men. So we're not doing the hard jobs.
The men gave the quotas so they would look unbiased. But at the end of the day, there's still bias. There's biases like psychologically drilled into our brains from birth.
Do you think you want to be a victim?
A victim?
Yeah, I think women want to be victims.
Victims of what?
This oppression.
It's not oppression, it exists.
I disagree because I've been able to do everything I wanted easy. I think most women are just lazy. But yeah, I just want anything women are better at.
Problem solving, multitasking.
Then why don't we solve the world's problems? The men are solving the world's problems.
Innit? Because men don't let us.
Again, what's stopping us?
Men! Because I think men have control over most things, and men is like the men thinking that we're not able, and mindsets like yours who think we're not able.
Who do you think the companies cater to? Men or women?
What companies?
Corporations. Who do they cater to?
I don't know.
Women. 80% of consumer buying decisions are made by women. Women are the majority of voters. The entire system is catered towards women.
That's because 100 years ago it wasn't.
No. Actually, women always had more power in society than men, typically.
I feel like we're going around in circles.
All right.
Nothing more to add.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
What's good, y'all? Pearly Things had the girl on the ropes, but honestly, she was spewing feminist talking points because for the life of her, she couldn't back up nothing she was saying. It's like that when our logic kicks in. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video because there's more to come. Well, check out Just Pearly Things for more of her content. Do me a favor, like and subscribe at Interesting Point. I appreciate the love. Drop a comment and tell me what you thought about the dialogue. I try not to do too much talking because I want y'all to hear the conversation, which we need to have more. Men need women and women need men. It's just plain and simple. But for now, this is my own lane, and I'm out.